were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go
I'm
wild.
sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the web.
Number 322?
First of all, he's not the nominee. And, look, I look forward...
Are you prepared to lose?
No, I'm not going to lose.
As a member of the Council on Foreign Relations.
Founders and many of the main people that are on the center of the Council on Foreign Relations are members of the Skull and Bones. So in the last 100 years, an organization which hardly anybody knew anything about when Sutton got his first box of papers, scored 3 presidents, Howard Taft and the 2 Bushes. Then we find out that the people that were in charge of the wars for the last 100 years, Henry Stimson, was he was Secretary of War for World War I and World War II. We find that the co-founder of the Skull and Bones, Alphonso Taft, was Secretary of War in the late 1800s. We find that, of course, George Bush, who was head of the CIA, was also a member of the Skull and Bones. Winston Lord was president of the Council on Foreign Relations for some years when Rockefeller wasn't, and he's a member of the Council on Foreign Relations.
These guys from the Skull and Bones have got this election covered like white on rice. Both Scary Carey and George Walker Bush were initiated while laying nude in the coffin at the Skull and Bones. It's heads they win. It's tails you lose. You don't have a chance unless we incite a revelation. Alexandria Robbins, in her book Secrets of the Tomb, puts it this way.
Alexandra Robbins says the cast of the initiation ritual is right out of Harry Potter meets Dracula.
There is a devil, a Don Quixote, and a pope.
In her fascinating book, American journalist Alexandra Robbins claims to have unearthed a Skull and Bones plan to dominate the world. One can't help recognizing the fact that in the 170 years since the formation of the Skull and Bones Society, it has members in the most influential jobs all over the world. New initiates seem to fall effortlessly into high-paid jobs within banks, media organizations, government agencies, and huge corporations which earn vast profits from government defense contracts. Some researchers claim that all members agree to tithe their wealth over to the society, thus ensuring that their offspring will become future initiates of the Brotherhood of Death. The Skull and Bones Brotherhood of Death recruits members from America's billionaire aristocracy. Multiple generations of the Bush family have taken part in 6 satanically inspired rituals along with members of wealthy families who are behind some of America's most famous brand names. Based on the rituals of the German Bavarian Illuminati, the Skull and Bones have approximately 900 members worldwide. George W. Bush has initiated 5 fellow Bonesmen to join his administration, including William Donaldson, who is head of the American Securities and Exchange Commission. Upon initiation into the Skull and Bones, candidates are told that they must forever deny their membership. The psychological mind programming and brainwashing which goes on inside the tomb can only be guessed at, as no Bonesman has ever broken the fraternity's rule of silence. Fellow students at Yale have often said that on the night of ceremonies, blood-curdling yells and shrieks can be heard from inside the tomb. Some say the initiates are forced to wrestle in mud and are even beaten. This technique has been used by the CIA and EST brainwashing organizations who seek to wear down the subject mentally and physically using a program of punishment and verbal abuse. Once the will of the candidate has been broken and they have divulged all their sexual secrets to the elder bonesmen, they stand naked and are reborn in a mockery of a Christian baptism, with elder bonesmen dressed as the Pope and the devil conducting the ritual. Ron Rosenbaum is a journalist who writes for the New York Observer. He secretly filmed an initiation ceremony from the top of a building near the Skull and Bones headquarters. Members of the order dress up as the devil, the Pope, and a kind of Don Quixote character. The Pope wears a white monogrammed slipper which rests upon a stone skull. Each initiate is led into a chamber where fellow members shout obscenities and abuse the new initiate. The initiates are told that they are superior beings and are part of a privileged elite who use war, terror, and famine to control Earth's human population. This callous philosophy was illustrated in the Hollywood movie Skulls, made in 1999. Over the years, there have been several break-ins at the tomb, which is the headquarters of the Skull and Bones at Yale University. The artifacts which have been found have included membership lists of another secret society which operates on the campus called the Scroll and Key. Now, it seems pretty obvious as we research this material that the Wolf's Head, Phi Beta Kappa, the Scroll and Key, and Skull and Bones are all different flavours of the same Bavarian Illuminati secret society. One by one, each new member is thrust to his knees and bows before the devil. A naked woman is ceremoniously assaulted with a dagger. The devil lays each initiate into a coffin, and a ribbon is tied to their genitalia. Everyone is encouraged to divulge their entire sexual life history whilst masturbating. With all their innermost secrets known to the other Bonesmen, the new initiates are threatened with blackmail if they ever reveal the secrets of this Masonic order. At this point, they are dressed in long robes and rechristened with their occult names. The Don Quixote character taps each member on the shoulder with a silver sword and proclaims, "By our order, I dub thee Knight of Eulogia." We can exclusively reveal that George Bush Sr.'s occult name is Magog, which is the name of the evil army commanded by Satan to visit Earth and destroy the kingdom of Christ.
Many researchers believe this great work is the secret behind the wars and rumors of war America has been involved in through the 20th century, right up to the present day. Could this plan of the ancients to establish a world democracy be the real hidden agenda of secret societies? And was this ancient plan echoed in the 2005 inaugural address given by President Bush?
When our founders declared a new order of the ages, they were acting on an ancient hope that is meant to be fulfilled.
The occult is working at the highest levels of our society, using the military and financial power of the United States to bring about this one world state. And the president has spoken openly about it, how the purpose of the United States is to bring democracy to the nations of the world. Where did this become the function of our nation, to bring democracy to the world? You only need to read the writings of Manly P. Hall, where he tells you that for 3,000 years, secret societies have been working to bring democracy to the world. You read President Bush's speech, before the Association on Democracy, the National Association on Democracy. He tells you for 2,500 years, people have been working to bring democracy to the world.
Democracy is satanic. It's one of the things that Jesus Christ died to save us from. Why do I say this? Well, the word democracy is Greek. Demokratia. I'm Greek. I speak Greek. The word democracy is not one word. It's two words. I'll explain to you what they mean. But first let me tell you this. Please remember that the whole of ancient Greek history is based upon so-called gods and giants. And Genesis 6 tells us that the fallen angels came to the earth, took the women, had children with them, and they bore giants. They went on to become the great men of renown. Alexander the Great was half fallen angel and half human. He was a Nephilim. He wasn't a Greek. He was an abomination. He should never have existed. The only reason he managed to do the things that he did, like all the other so-called great men of renown throughout history, is because he wasn't human. The word democracy is two words. Demokratia. The second part, gratia or gradisi. It means the same thing. It means possession. So what does the first bit mean? Demo, as in demona, demon. The word democracy is two words. It means demon possession. So when you hear some hoity-toity politician saying, we must have democracy, what they're actually saying to you is we must have demon possession.
System. It is a fascist 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 system.